Morning, everyone. Next week throughout America, families will be gathered together at the dining room table, and millions of Americans are going to experience sticker shock as they prepare for Thanksgiving. The Trump administration itself acknowledges that the cost of turkeys has gone up 40% since last November. Grocery costs are through the roof, housing costs out of control, electricity bills through the roof, and the Trump administration and Republicans here in Congress continue to refuse to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. That means that tens of millions of Americans are about to experience dramatically increased premiums, copays, and deductibles. In some cases, health insurance costs are going to go up $1,000 or $2,000 per month. We have a cost of living crisis in the United States of America, and Donald Trump and Republicans haven't done a damn thing about it. In fact, costs aren't going down, costs are going up all throughout America, and the Trump tariffs are costing everyday Americans thousands of dollars in additional expense per year. Now, House Republicans are on vacation for 7+ weeks, a taxpayer-funded vacation, until they were forced to crawl back into town. We have a week of legislative session that began on Monday and will last until Friday. And House Republicans haven't brought a single bill to the floor that actually addresses the high cost of living in the United States of America. It's perplexing. What is wrong with these people? What did they not get from their shellacking 2 weeks ago all across America, up and down the ballot, in state after state after state, where the American people have made clear we don't support Republican extremism. Republicans have done nothing to make our life better. And we're thankful for Democrats for continuing to lean in to driving down the high cost of living. And now we're in the midst of this healthcare affordability fight. And Donald Trump's response to it is, let's repeal the Affordable Care Act. No credible plan to make healthcare more affordable for the American people. Donald Trump's plan, adopted by House Republicans, is let's repeal the Affordable Care Act, and we're going to continue to refuse to extend tax credits that make healthcare more affordable for working-class Americans, middle-class Americans, and everyday Americans. House Democrats are going to continue to stand on the side of the American people. Our fight will be to continue to lower the high cost of living, to address the Republican health care crisis, fix our broken health care system, extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, and actually do things that are designed to make life more affordable for the American people. Questions? Manu?
During the very high-profile Michael Cohen hearing, Stacey Plaskett was in direct communication with Jeffrey Epstein, and this was after he pleaded guilty to sex crimes. This is after the Miami Herald investigation into all these heinous acts. So why, as a Democratic leader, why are you okay with that?
I expressed my position on the floor yesterday. My statement speaks for itself. In a bipartisan way, the resolution that was introduced targeting Stacey Plaskett was defeated. And it was defeated for several reasons, including the fact that it was a dramatic overreach related to throwing her off her committees. Democrats, if you're going to ask a question, you got to let me answer. Democrats and Republicans defeated the censure. Stacey Plaskett has made clear her position as it relates to Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly, and her words speak for itself.
She said, quick, I'm next.
Thanks.
Next.
Thank you, Leader. Now, following up on that, should Plaskett be sent to ethics, and should there be an ethics investigation?
There was a vote on that yesterday. my vote speaks for itself. Republicans decided not to go down that road. Thanks.
Have you met with MBS yet? And if so, what was discussed? And if not yet, will you be?
I was part of the bipartisan meeting hosted by the Speaker this morning. I asked the Crown Prince about his views relative to a just and lasting peace between Israel and the Palestinian people, and his views as it relates to the importance of a two-state solution. The Crown Prince reiterated his view that a one-state solution in Israel is impractical, and that the best path forward, of course, involving the reconstruction of Gaza, is to eventually find a robust path toward a safe and secure Israel, living side by side in peace and prosperity with a Palestinian state. I support that position. I think we'll continue to stand by the special relationship between our two countries. It's incredibly important. But as we move forward to find a path toward a just and lasting peace, ultimately, it has to involve a safe and secure Israel, living side by side in peace and prosperity with a Palestinian state, where the Palestinian people can realize their aspirations for dignity and self-determination. Crown Prince reiterated what he has said publicly, his commitment toward finding that path forward.
Was Jamal Khashoggi mentioned at all in his murder?
It wasn't mentioned in the conversations that I was a part of throughout the meeting. Okay.
Leader Schumer told reporters yesterday that he consented to adding the Senate phone records provision that the House will vote on tonight to repeal. He said that he wants to make sure that at least Democratic senators were protected from Bondi and others who might go after them later on. Were you previously aware of Schumer's consent, and what's your reaction to it given your opposition to the provision?
No, and I haven't had the conversation with Leader Schumer. What I can tell you is that during the Rules Committee that House Republicans had last week, they expressed their outrage. Republicans expressed their outrage at this Republican senatorial slush fund that was put into the spending agreement that they all voted for, notwithstanding the outrage that 8 Republican senators have basically built into law a slush fund that will give those senators millions of taxpayer dollars. That's special treatment for United States senators in the Republican Party, part of the bill that they all voted for last week. Now, later on today, we're going to be voting on legislation to remove that Senate slush fund that benefits 8 Republican senators. But apparently there's no agreement between Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune that the Senate Republicans will take up that provision, which reinforces the point that everything that House Republicans do is for show. It's not serious. It's not designed to get an end result. And that's why Republicans are suffering all across the country, why the American people, the overwhelming majority of the American people, know that the country is moving in the wrong direction, that the economy is broken, that the Republican control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency has been a disaster for the American people, because everything House Republicans do is for show. They can't even get a commitment from Senate Republicans to take up legislation to remove this multi-million-dollar taxpayer-funded slush fund to benefit corrupt Republicans in the Senate. It's time for the House to start to actually do things that matter for the American people in the middle of a cost of living crisis that's devastating hardworking American taxpayers all across the country. But Republicans throughout this week have shown zero interest in making life better for everyday Americans. They continue to be all about the wealthy, the well-off, and they're well-connected GOP donors. Thanks. Back. Yep.
Thank you. On the Affordable Care Act, Democrats are, obviously you said you want an extension of the tax credits. The president says he won't sign that.